the Tokai Towers, everybody. I'm Anthony the Artist, and today we are back here for Wrestling vs. Fiction. Today, I've decided to end this month and crazy year in the Tokai Towers with my buddy, Ben the Overlord. Ben, say hi.
I'm on the edge of my seat, Anthony. I'm rattling with the ropes in the corner. Oh, boy. I can't wait.
Oh, so you studied on your wrestling fiction. Gotcha. So how's your fiction
Not even
take?
slightly.
Well, that's okay, because the whole plan of the game is Rule 1 of Wrestling vs. Fiction. I'm not allowed to win. The odds are stacked in your... Yeah, I'm not... The whole point is to, get the conversation going about wrestling and fiction and what we're together in. Throughout this, I'm going to give you 10 questions doing with the subject that we have. You'll get a shot at 2 points. The only time I will get a point is if you get the first question wrong. The first question will be pertaining to the answer of wrestling or fiction. And the last one will just be probably what the person is from or what place they wrestle for.
Alright, that sounds like a plan.
Alright, and today's game is, I believe it was called Are You a Cop? Just give me 1 second here because Discord fudged up something.
Doesn't it always?
Yes, it did. Alright.
It should be the tagline for Discord. We fudged up. We fudged it up, bro.
Alright. In this game, Are You a Cop? You'll be given a name which is either the real name of the wrestler or the fictional cop's name. You'll be given 3 bullet points of feats that they've done, and from that you'll ascertain if they were a wrestler or a fictional cop.
Okay, I know a handful of fictional cops, so that'll help me out a little.
Alright, so without further ado, we're gonna get started. Are you a cop?
You have to tell me if you are.
Question 1, we have Bobby Lashley. And our guy, Bobby Lashley, he broke a master lock. Pretty impressive, huh?
Just like with his thumbs?
He also protected a president's hair. And he took on a shield.
That's crazy. I actually did hear about the master lock thing.
You did?
I was just stumbling around on YouTube and looking at interviews, and I did actually hear the story about that, where they were supposed to, I think they were supposed to kind of weaken it a little bit,
yeah.
And they just didn't, and he was so pissed off.
Alright then. So the question for today is it wrestling or fiction?
I feel like I have a little bit of an inside track on here. I know that this is wrestling. I know Bobby Lashley is a wrestler.
Ah, well, we're about to find out. Is Bobby Lashley a wrestler? Or is he a fictional cop? Man, I made this thing a lot longer than I intended.
Oh, you're waiting for it to load up.
Yes, I am. I'm quite literally waiting for it to load up. I think I made it about a minute long on each of these, so let's see. Come on, there we go. Bobby Lashley, wrestling.
2 points, yeah.
Whoops. Hang on, ignore that. Wrestling and Bobby Lashley. And
right.
on the thing I said, that's 1 point actually.
Oh no, 1 point.
Okay, and the last part of this was what wrestling thing body was he part of?
The only one I know is WWE because he's in the wrestling game that we do the Father's Day Rumbles in.
Ah, damn! Oh crap! I forgot you have access to that knowledge too.
Yeah,
Okay.
But you gotta remember, it's all surface level. It's there, it's in one ear, out the other, and it sits in my brain like a little cobweb. If it's there for me, great. If it's not, shucks.
And we have wrestling on Robert Lashley. The next thing we have Leon Scott Kennedy.
Alrighty,
Mr. Kennedy,
could
if
be
you will.
anything.
He had one heck of a first day on the job. He defeated a cult. And he fought on a lot of vehicles.
At first, when I saw B, I thought it said defeated a Kurt. And I'm like, well, there are a few wrestling Kurts. Let's see. Leon Kennedy, that was a fictional cop. The only surviving member of Raccoon City PD in the T-virus incident, if I remember correctly.
Well, let's see. Go to there, and yes! Oh, crap.
Purely fictional.
Yep, purely fictional. All fictional, and nothing but fictional. He's a phony cop, but a fun phony cop. And as you said, he was part of Raccoon City. What was that franchise's name?
Resident Evil.
Alright, and the franchise's name is Resident Evil / Biohazard.
I was gonna say, franchise, that's an odd way to discern a precinct of a police force, but okay. But then I realized, we mean like what game?
Yeah, like either game or where the fictional party was from. I should have been a little bit more specific on that one, but it happens at times.
You're good.
Alright. The next name we have here is a Kevin Anash. Now, Kevin Anash is an interesting individual. He fought 4 teens and lost. Yeah. He tanked a stab wound.
That sounds slightly fictional to me.
And he ran a New World Order.
Ooh. Could be anything. This could be the same Kevin Nash that was the police constable from Dokapon Kingdom. But if I had to take a shot in the dark, I believe this is the Kevin Nash wrestler that often gets mistaken for him. I'm gonna go with wrestling.
Wrestling? Kevin Nash. Ben believes Kevin Nash is a wrestler. He seems like a fictional thing with like all this fictional stuff he's thought, but unfortunately he is a wrestler.
Definitely a wrestler, and if I had to guess his faction, I think maybe there's a slight giveaway on his shirt.
Well, technically the NWO wasn't a faction. It was part of a company that was bought out by another company, so you see either one of these ones. But crazy enough, he was part of a third wrestling program too. I'll take any one of those answers.
I'm gonna go ahead and default to WWE because I believe that would have been the buyout.
Yep, that was the buyout. He was a part of the WWE, WCW, back to WWE again, and a wrestler on TNA.
That's so many places!
I know! A lot of people wrestle at a lot of places. The next guy we have a name of, I believe it was Adil Alam.
Oh, okay, alrighty.
Now, Adil Alam worked 2 jobs for 4 years. He was denied 2 great awards, and he became a leader for retribution. He became a leader to get that retribution that he wanted.
This is the first one that I legitimately have no idea. This is a total stab in the dark. Let's see. Denied 2 great. Well, let's see. That could be a red herring.
Yep.
Leader for retribution. Now I have to figure out what retribution is.
Retribution could be a lot of things, my friend.
Let's see. 2 jobs for 4 years. That's a very specific amount of time for a fictional cop. I'm going to hedge my bets, and I'm gonna go ahead and put my money on wrestling.
Alright, and now, is Adil Alam a wrestler or a fictional cop? Oh, crazy thing I do need to mention. Every single person on this list was a cop at one time, and he was a wrestler!
Oh, yeah! Alright. Oh, so he was a cop.
Yeah, he was a cop. He was working as a cop and a part-time wrestler for 4 years. He was doing double time, man.
Yeah. Okay, right on.
Yeah, like a lot of like wrestlers had worked either like bodyguard gigs, were in the army, or were actual cops at times, which was really surprising. That's the whole reason I started up this segment of the game.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's why I ask, are you a cop? And where was he from? Where did he wrestle, Ben?
Where indeed. I've kind of never heard of him. I'm going to guess that he wrestled just outside of the Chuck E. Cheese, where he was the bouncer that would deal with the rowdiest of kids.
Yeah, the rowdiest of the kids. He also gave them pop and good lessons about life.
Oh no, you can't do it. You can't be doing slams with a tummy full of fizzy pop.
No, you can't.
That's how you end up with birthday party poops.
And that's why I'm never gonna be a birthday party clown. I'd be scared of myself, and I'd end up with so many birthday party poops.
But yeah, no, I have no idea where he's from.
Alright. Well, he is from the WWE, TNA, and New Japan Pro Wrestling, where he's wrestling right now.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, I think he's
Very
wrestling.
cool.
I think he is wrestling under his actual name at the moment, but under WWE, he was going under the name Mustafa Ali. I think one of our dads actually does have that style. I don't remember who though.
Most likely. We eventually started running through the roster pretty thin when we got to, we were like, what, up to 50 dads? Something like that?
50 dads, bro. Yeah, we're past 50 at this point, I think. Let's get on to the next wrestler or fictional guy. This guy's name is LeVar Jones. Or Ravel Jones. He can communicate with birds. That's pretty cool.
Alright.
He uses unorthodox tactics to get victory, or win, whatever you choose. And he's a martial arts master. Now, Ben.
As far as I know, there aren't any wrestlers whose main gimmick is communicating with birds.
Oh, you'd be surprised at how many wrestlers have had birds with them. There was a dude by the name of Coco Beware who had a bird named, I think, Frankie.
I was gonna say, I could totally be wrong. There was a wrestler who had a hand puppet. That's kind of the whole benchmark for how ridiculous it can get. I'm still gonna go ahead and say, fictional cop on this one.
Fictional
This
cop.
doesn't strike me as a wrestler.
LaVale Jones, are you a fictional cop, or are you a wrestler with your martial arts supreme madness? And you are fictional!
Aha! He was an undercover boy trying to sneak his way in here.
And can you tell me where LeVar Jones made his appearance?
Where in the hell? Hold on. Oh. I swear if this is that movie you showed me years ago. I don't think it is. I don't think he's like a side character in The Last Dragon.
No, there aren't really any cops in that movie.
I didn't think there were. I haven't seen it since you showed it to me. It's been a very long time.
That's sure enough.
I got nothing. This ain't ringing any bells for me.
And LaVale Jones was from a police academy.
Oh, damn it. Man, it's been a minute since I've seen those movies.
Remember, he was the sound effects dude. Pew, pew. All that stuff, you know.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember the guy's name. Well, I don't remember if that was
That was actually his character's name. Yeah, that's the character's name.
Yeah, his character. I know like the actual actor, but his name actually escapes me right now.
Yeah. Like, honestly, I almost put Axel Foley on here. I don't think I did, though.
No, that would be kind of a giveaway,
Yeah,
wouldn't it?
we watched that whole entire movie set when I first moved in with you, and we just recently watched the fourth one. Good movie.
Very good movie, a lot of fun.
Alright, and next we have Adrian Pimento. Either the name, like, you know this character, this guy, or, well, he faked his own death.
But it's just the last name of Pimento gave me a giggle.
Well, he was a monster in a closet, too. And he's prone to violence due to his trauma.
Oh, jeez, Adrian. I'm just looping back to Adrian Pimento. I don't know why it's giving me such a chuckle.
It's such a funny name, yeah.
Faked his death, that could be either route. That could be wrestling, that could be fiction. Although, fictional cop, that would make him kind of rogue.
Mm-hmm.
Not impossible, but still.
Yeah.
Monster in a closet. As we've just established with wrestling, that gets pretty ridiculous. I could easily see somebody wheeling out a Monsters Inc. style closet door for him to come out of.
There was a literal boogeyman that was a wrestler.
Yeah, exactly. The bar is, I'm not gonna say the bar is high or low, it's all over the place. it's swinging wildly. It's one direction or the other, but the pendulum is definitely right up against the edge.
Hey, if a wrestler could be
balance due to trauma. I'm getting wrestler vibes off this bio.
All right.
Like, B is so ridiculous that it's gotta be a wrestler, right?
All right, then. Let's see. Is Adrian Pimento a wrestler or a fictional dude? And you're saying he's a wrestler, right?
I gotta go with wrestler.
All right.
This might be the first one I totally whiff on.
All right, Adrian Pimento. Are you a wrestler or are you a fictional cop? Come on. Come on, Adrian. Yo, Adrian! Adrian!
Adrian!
Adrian!
Tomato loaf!
He's a fictional
Damn
cop. Yay! I got my first point.
Look at you over there. You're catching up already.
Okay, can you guess, or hazard a guess at where Pimento is from?
Just
for a save point.
Based on the fact that I don't really know it, that actually really nails it down a little bit, or I'm trying to think of that narrows it a bit for me. I'm gonna guess just because I think I've seen him on the show. I think this is Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Huh. And let's see, for your save point, was Adrian Pimento on Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, I think I've seen him in the background when you were watching this.
Yeah. Oh, fucking Adrian. I love this guy. He's so fucking great, this actor. And, oh, yeah, he fakes his death because he was working as an undercover cop for a mafia boss. And, he's like...
bullet points make more sense now that I know what he's from.
And he's fucking nuts beyond all matter. And, yes, he was, he roomed in, like, a closet of a fellow cop's kid. It's all the monster in the closet. Ah, it's okay, kid. There's no monsters in there. Hey, Charlie. Oh, man. I love Brooklyn Nine-Nine. All right. Next cop, we have Rico Constantino.
Oh, jeez.
He jousted with many gladiators.
Okay.
He was a stylist for a time. And he saved a life on his day off.
But for some reason, B just made me think of the Grandpa Simpson story. I'm just like, which was the style at the time? I was a stylist for a time. Jousted with many gladiators. So, okay. So that tells me he was on American Gladiator, which a handful of wrestlers were. A stylist for a time. That means probably, if wrestling, probably from probably late 80s, early 90s, somewhere in there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I whiffed before with wrestler, but this actually definitely has big wrestler vibes.
All right, let's see.
I'm gonna go with wrestler.
Okay, you think Rico Constantino is a wrestler? Because
yeah.
How many wrestlers do you know actually were in American Gladiator?
Well, it's funny. All the wrestlers that I know that were in American Gladiator, I know from like Mortal Kombat Armageddon, because I know 2 of them were in that movie.
Oh, that's crazy. And he was a wrestler.
Yeah.
And that's actually him. He's actually gone back to being a cop, surprisingly enough, as it is after his time under wrestling.
Good on him.
Yeah, he was actually he won American Gladiator. He's a champion.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah.
Nice.
Like, Rico's a fucking badass, just learning about him.
See, now if only they'd let him use those big Q-tip things from American Gladiator, but on the force.
Like
he's a champion.
Alright, and can you guess what company had him?
Oh, geez, this is gonna be obscure. It's either gonna be obscure or it's gonna be like stupidly simple. But again, given the era, I actually don't think it would be like WWE. If it was gonna be that, it'd be like WWF. But I don't even know. This is from the era where I don't really know anybody.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'm gonna say WWF.
All right. Just to let you know, I do count WWF and WWE as one.
All right, fair enough. Then that's the safest bet I have. if I don't definitely know. Okay, great. I was gonna say, if I don't 100% know that it was some weird obscure thing, then my safest bet is just to go with WWE.
Yeah. Yeah, Rico actually wrestled during the early 2000s is what it was. He started pretty old.
Really? Well,
Yeah.
I was looking at his promo picture. That it just didn't strike me as like 2000s.
Yeah, like really early 2000s, and he was a really interesting dude. All right, and
Right on, good for him.
next we have Martin Crane. He was forced into retirement into an early age. He solved the Weeping Lotus case.
Eventually.
Yeah. And he feuded over a chair for 10 years.
Behind the scenes, what they did never tell you was that that same chair had to go through many iterations because it wasn't the same chair the entire time. Much like Lassie, they had to go through a few.
I'm gonna be honest. I know you know this answer because we both enjoy a Martin Crane.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, like, I could quick draw this one from my holster a little bit, or I could gild the lily a bit. I was gonna. For a fun D fact, he now has a cane, and frequents McGinty's. Yeah, no, Martin Crane is a fictional cop. Yes.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't have you in mind when I had this. Yeah, fictional cop. Yes, Martin Crane. And what was Martin Crane in?
That look on his face in that picture is exactly how smugly satisfied I was with myself. As soon as you said the name, I'm like, oh, geez, I wonder where this is from. No, Martin Crane is from Frasier.
Yep, Martin Crane, you are from Frasier. And you get 2 points on that one. Jeez. Yeah, again, like, I had, like, no intention of making... Martin Crane was, like, a thing I had there, and, like, it was very much last minute for this thing, but, like, oh, man, I forgot Martin was on this list. Shit.
I was gonna say, you're in trouble if at the very end you bust Columbo out.
Oh, no, I'm not familiar with Columbo, so I don't think I put him on the list. Alright, we're down to the last two. Next we have Dalip Singh Rana. He's known all around the world.
Alrighty.
He played football in prison.
Let's see.
And he towers over most men. Now, Ben, would you say Mr. Dalip Singh Rana is a wrestler or a fictional cop?
This is another one of those where I have to reach down in a deep pocket with short arms and pull up not many answers because I don't recognize the name. Towers over most men. I got nothing, but if I have like a wrestler that it might be, so I'm going to say wrestler, and I'm going to assume this is
Okay.
an actual name because I certainly don't have anything else to go on.
Yeah, I'm like I said, I'm using actual names here for wrestlers if it is a wrestler. Because again, like I've used like the fictional cop's name, and yes, he's a wrestler under the name The Great Khali.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so you got that one at least. You know
what?
You know where he's from?
I'm almost positive Great Khali is WWE.
Alright, and WWE is your questionable answer, and we got WWE.
2 points, alright.
The crazy thing is, yeah, he was a cop. First.
He's definitely got the build of like a beat cop that, you know.
Yeah, I think he's... Yeah. He was definitely copping like, I think like it was just like about, oh dude, you're like really strong. You want to try this? Well, yeah, I'll see what I can do. And he worked a little stiff, and they definitely promoted him like crazy. And under like an episode of Talk is Jericho, Jericho's mentioned like he saw him and the Big Show get into a fight, and I think it was one of the smallest guys that tried to break it up. And Jericho's like, "What the hell are they thinking, man? It's like a Godzilla fight. You don't get in the way of that."
You don't run up to Godzilla if you're just the innocent school kid that's trying to teach the military a lesson. You let Godzilla do his thing. He knocks some buildings over and he goes home to his wife. He gets it all out of his system and then they have dinner.
Alright, next up we have a Mr. Keiichiro Asaka.
Alrighty.
Alright.
I feel like maybe I know where this is from.
Alright, he's number 1 in his unit.
Alrighty. Okay.
He's willing to team up with rivals to get the job done. And he lived in a tent for a week.
So, this one, I think you said earlier that we're on the last 2. This is the last one, then?
Yeah, this is the last one.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to go off of a little bit of meta-knowledge about you personally.
Oh, shit.
And I'm going to say that this is a fictional cop, and I'm almost positive I know what he's from.
Oh, you know what he's from, do ya?
I think so. Unless I'm way off. Yeah, I was gonna say. And I knew you couldn't help but put a Kamen Rider fictional cop in here.
Alright, and let's see if he's from Kamen Rider or not, Ben. Which, unfortunately, he's not.
Damn it.
He's
Okay,
from the long
fair.
line Super Sentai, also known as Lupin Ranger versus Pot Ranger.
In my defense, I can't tell the two apart.
Fair enough. But in essence, the true Power Rangers, if you will.
Yeah.
Lupin Ranger versus Pot Ranger is actually a fun, like, cops versus robbers thing where there were 2 teams.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, for like a little bit, like, where he actually was living in a tent for a week, a monster made it to where, like, he had to, like, whenever he tried to do something, he had to go home. So essentially he's all, you know what,
It's a tent.
yeah, so essentially it's all, you know what, I don't live in this apartment anymore. My home is this tent, so wherever my tent is my home. So, like, he's in his, like, Super Sentai suit, and he has, like, a backpack on that's carrying his tent, so he can't get sent home.
Do you think that would scare the crap out of other homeless people, or do you think they would feel very, like, defended by having a Sentai Ranger with them?
I don't know, honestly. Keiichiro's a pretty funky dude with some funky will. Okay, and now we enter in our final verdict, Ben. With a score of 14-1, you have thrashed me in Wrestling vs. Fiction.
I win! What do I take home?
That you know your shit.
That's funny, because I kind of don't.
Well, Ben, that was a fun go-round of Wrestling vs. Fiction. Have you had fun today?
Oh, I had a lot of fun, Anthony. Thanks for having me on.
It's been fun to have you on the channel again. And what are we doing at the Overlord Arcade?
I don't know when this comes out.
Quite literally in about 12 hours from now.
Oh, well, alright then. In that case, we are still doing Sandland on weekdays, and on the weekends we're playing Hybrid Heaven.
Alright,
So it's a hoot and a half with a relatively new, super fun little adventure game, and then Hybrid Heaven's just something that I played a long time ago, and it's a blast.
I'm glad to see that you're having
Speaking
fun
of
with
wrestling.
Got a lot of hybrid wrestling there, huh?
Mm-hmm. Oh, and I just realized, since it's 14-1, I get to play the role of the fictional cop this time, and I get to arrest you!
No! Well, everybody, it's been fun, it's been grand, and we will see you at the next tower, where I'll be playing Rocky.
Hey, alright! What was the end? And we even have the Adrian Pimento.
See you guys later.